Okay, it says we're live. Let's go and sorry, it's Stephen, live from Wiltshire in England. Glorious Wiltshire. I'm just about to zap all that, and there's a delay, and it's going to connect, and it's connected. So I go to Amazon Live, press return. Should come up with a screen. There is a delay. Just a minute. I need to go to my iPad. Just a second. And preview and go live. Okay, and we are live on Amazon. All good. And we've got 11 seconds to spare. And refresh the page. Just waiting patiently. And no, it's not refreshed yet, but I guess it's time. Oh yeah, it has. I guess it's time. Okay, let's stop the background noise. Come over to me and say hello and welcome to this live broadcast from Wiltshire, England. And my name is Logitech Brio. No, it's not. It's Stephen Healey. And I want to say welcome to today's broadcast. And we say hello to Roland also from Wiltshire. Hello, Roland. Nice to see you. And we're live on Amazon Live today. The link is up above. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, thank you. But all the fun is on Amazon Live as I get a hold of my iPad and say hello to our first viewer today. And thank you for watching Amazon Live. I'm going to highlight the first item in the carousel and we'll get talking in a moment. But the first thing I want to do is go here and just to walk around. I'm very fortunate, as Roland is, to live near here, which is Stonehenge. And it is about 25 minutes away, and we manage to visit there 4 or 5 times a year. Beautiful place to go. If you're visiting the UK, put it on your bucket list. You can get a coach from London straight to Devizes and visit Devizes and Salisbury Cathedral, all in the same day. Okay, the next thing is that I've got 2 cameras. This is my second camera. Okay, and it should be okay now. Just a second, that's better. This is the Obspot camera, and with the Obspot camera, if I go here, just getting myself up to speed. If we go here, then you can see in a second, you can see my desktop. Okay, so there's my desktop. That's in place now. So we've done that. So you've got me, and we say hello to Corinda. And Corinda, fellow broadcaster, hey Stephen from Amazon. And Corinda is a fellow broadcaster on Amazon. Corinda, thank you for commenting live. I am live on Amazon today. Right, and if you're testing the comments on Amazon, I can't see any comments on Amazon yet. Then we'll see when you do. Okay, thank you, Corinda. And that's taking up the whole of down there. Oh, this is most unexpected. It must be raining in Solihull. Hello from John in Solihull, my co-host. Every sort of Thursday morning, 10 o'clock in the UK, we go live and talk about what's happening in the UK and roundabout. Hello, John. Okay, now next thing is that this show is Lights, Camera, Action. We talk about webcams, audio gear, microphones, live video, and Fitbits. If you've got any question about any of those, then please do ask. Okay, take a cell off. And finally, just a note to everybody watching on Amazon Live, I can see your comments from Amazon Live in the studio and show them on screen. And that photo is of Mr. Grant Saunders, a fellow Amazon insider and broadcaster and a believer too. Okay, so there we have it. So let's tidy up a bit. Oh, I forgot. We'll also be talking to the chickens later. First thing we're talking about is a Galaxy S22, and I'm going to show you a video shot with the Galaxy S22. So let's come back. And switch that second camera off. Okay, hide that card. Say goodbye to Grant for now. And the only thing we have left is chickens. I'll hide the chickens for a minute too. Okay, so we're back to me. Okay, as you can see, I'm using Logitech Brio camera, which is down the carousel, and you'll be able to judge during the course of this broadcast how good a picture it is. Although, that said, broadcasting Amazon Live, it can only broadcast at 720. The camera is capable of 4K, somewhere right there, 720, 1080, 4K. So, and over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying, oh, we know him. Yes, we do know him. Okay. And no comments from Amazon Live yet. Right. Okay. If you are watching Amazon Live, I want to say thank you. I'm going to switch that off for the moment because I want to do this. Welcome to the broadcast. And this is Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen Healey. And you are watching Stephen live from Wiltshire, England. I'm one of 5 Englishmen who broadcast Amazon Live. We're all grateful to be able to do so. And we're all independent broadcasters. We don't work for Amazon. That's the first thing. Second thing is, if you've got any questions about anything that's down the carousel or about live broadcasting in general, now's a good time to ask because I'll answer you live. So if you're looking at product pages now and you come back here, then thank you. And if you've got questions, just ask. Okay, over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying, testing comment on. Okay, so my comment from Amazon Live. Okay, this is interesting because I can't see your comment anywhere on screen. 6. I don't know what 6 means, Corinda, but thank you. Okay, but I do have a green signal in the studio. I'm actually going to test Amazon Live just a minute before we start talking about the camera. Thank you for everybody watching. Oh, I can see it now. Okay, I saw it. Right, okay, we are working on Amazon Live. So, Corinda, thank you for the comments on Amazon Live. I just can't see them. I mean, I've got my iPad here, which I need to actually run the show. This is down the carousel. And I bought this last August to actually be able to run Amazon Live shows. And I'm grateful for the fact that 24 of you are watching at the moment. And this is my view of the live broadcast. I can highlight items down in the carousel, just as I've highlighted the Samsung Galaxy S22. And if you're over on Amazon, that's what you actually see. You'll see the carousel below the screen. Okay. And I just got a note from about Fitbit that I can actually join the Fitbit challenge, which I'll talk about later in this broadcast. Okay. Now, for many years, I've been broadcasting and doing videos using my Samsung phone. And I've always enjoyed doing so. I've made some fantastic videos and they're on YouTube and people go to watch them. But just a minute, Corinda's trying to direct the show again. Just a minute. When you said 5 people do Amazon Live, right? Okay, sorry, I may have done, Corinda. I stand corrected. It's just difficult. It's easy to hold 5 fingers. Yeah, but 5 would be live. Yeah, 1's not be live, so it is 5. And hopefully you'll get back to Insider again. Okay, so I still have no comments on Amazon Live, but I do on the page. That's interesting. Okay, at least I can see them in my studio. That's good. I can't close the app because otherwise that closes the broadcast. Okay, so this was my phone. Okay, this is my new phone, and it's down in the carousel. And I want to talk about it for a moment because this is the best phone I have ever had. Okay, I'm just going to switch it on, double tap, and press there. Press a little longer, so we're good. Okay, so this is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra smartphone. So this is the flagship phone for Samsung, and this is this year's release. And let's look at it. It has up to 256 gig of RAM, 8K camera. Now, when we talk about webcams later on today, they're all 4K at max. This is got an 8K camera, so the camera in here is better than the webcam. Okay, it's got a bright display. Now, I was sat outside today and I can read my phone in bright sunlight. I know it's strange that we actually get the sunshine in the UK, but we do. And I was able to read my phone in bright sunlight. Now, those of you who loved the Galaxy Note will love the fact that on the S22 Ultra, the S Pen is back. And the S Pen means that, just a minute, if I can use it properly, just give me a second. I'm just going to pen a message. Wish I could write. Concentrate. There you are. Hello, Amazon. Okay, so you can take notes with it. There are several different notes apps to choose from already installed on the device. The other thing is, even if the phone is switched off, you can write a note and save it. So the phone doesn't need to be on to write notes. The second thing about this S Pen is that you can do air gestures. So you can set a photograph up and then you can take the photograph not by touching the camera, but by using the S Pen. So there you are. I'm quite enthralled by it, and I can do all sorts of things using the S Pen still. Right, it's got a long battery life. Now, if you charge this, it will last for more than a day. Even if you're watching videos all the time or broadcasting live, this lasts a full day on an overnight charge and more. You could stretch it to 2 days, actually. Now, I'm going to show you an 8K video in a moment, but this has got 8K super steady video, and that means that it's got a built-in stabilizer, and you're going to see that working. I mean, up till now, when I've gone out with my mobile phone, just a minute, switched it off. When I've gone out with my mobile phone, I have in actual fact taken a gimbal with me and a microphone. With this new phone, I don't need a gimbal because the stabilizer is actually built into the mobile phone itself. And seeing's believing, so bear with me a moment and I will show you. It's got nightography. Now, nightography is a made-up word, but I think you can guess what it means. It means that you can take photographs at night. Yeah. And I've got to say, I've seen examples where it looks almost like it's daylight. So nightography is a new word from Samsung, and it means taking photographs at night clearly. Next is on the back. You will see the camera lenses. You've got 108 megapixels. You've got a 3x zoom, a 10x zoom. One, I still don't know what it does, but I will find out. We talked about the bright display before, but it's 108 megapixels camera resolution, which blows me away. So you can take the most amazing photographs. It's got adaptive color contrast. We talked about that earlier because you can actually read the phone in bright sunlight. And the other thing I love is that when you scroll this phone, as I'm doing at the moment, then the scroll is so smooth. Okay. Next feature of this phone is it's got a long-lasting battery and fast charging. Now, for the fast charging, you have to buy an accessory. You have to buy a brick. And that gives you 45 watts charging, which means it charges very, very quickly. Or you can use the supplied cable and charge it using the cable. And you can even plug this cable into your computer if you leave it switched on, or just get a plug with a USB-C adapter. It's got the embedded S Pen. The thing I like about that is that if I go outside the room and I leave the S Pen behind, then the phone tells me. It says, hang on a minute, you haven't put your S Pen back. So that's helpful to me anyway. Okay, and it's unlocked by Samsung, which means that as soon as you've got the phone from Amazon, you can go to your favorite carrier, you can get a SIM card, just put the SIM card in. There's no real work to do. So it's already unlocked. It's 6.8 inches, WQ high definition, and it's an edge screen that goes around. It's 120 Hertz adaptive refresh rate. You can dial that down from 120 to 1, depending on the circumstances. Charging, 45-watt charging at 5 milliamps, or you can use wireless charging, 15 watts, or wireless power share. And, okay, still talking about this wonderful phone. Camera on the back, 108 megapixels. Camera on the front, 40 megapixels. And I will get you some. And it was released on February 9th, 2022. So this is this year's model, Samsung S22 Ultra. And the next thing I'm going to show you is this. This video was created using the mobile phone. So let's take that off screen. Stop that for a second. I'm going to bring the video full screen. So this video is Wiltshire Gardens, my first video using the phone. Let's just watch for a couple of minutes, then I'll be back. With the Samsung S22 Ultra, and we're in the garden on a beautiful sunny day. It's about 31 degrees, and let's take a walk down the path and see what we can find. Okay, now what I'm checking is the sound quality and also the video quality. So let's see how this works. So I can pan round, okay, and I'm going to go onto the grass, and this is our newer wildflower garden, and the right hand side is taking off slowly, but the left hand side is firmly established. As I go round again and down the garden. Okay, Angelica put a lot of work into getting the garden into the state it's in, and I want to take you down now to the new table and chairs that we've got. Chairs are covered up to protect them because, as you can see, we are out in the countryside and birds can actually fly over, which is not a good idea. But this is our brand new table, and we saw it in the local garden centre and thought, let's have that. So we did, we bought it. Okay, now over here is our wild animal enclosure, and if I go around the corner we should see, hopefully they're camera friendly, but if I go around here we should be able to see, hello chickens, hello. Okay, and we've got 4 chickens in total. They're all rather camera shy, yeah, and they're turning away from the camera. They know what's going on, they know they're being filmed, apart from the one who's going to be a star someday. Okay, and this is an igloo, which is where they live, and it's very easy to maintain. Chickens are easy to maintain, and we're actually currently getting 4 eggs a day, and the chickens were rescue chickens. In other words, they had been kept for their egg laying. After 2 years they let the chickens go, and then the chickens have got to be rehoused, and we actually managed to get hold of 4. So these are all about the same age and will go on for 2 or 3 years laying eggs for us, and we're currently getting 25 eggs a week, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm walking further. Right, yes, as I said, currently getting 25 eggs a week. Rescue chickens, I said, are actually kept by the farm for 2 years. After 2 years, they finish their prime laying. You no longer get an egg a day, but we've got 4 chickens. We're getting 25 eggs a week, which is very good. But the thing about that was that the video itself was very, very stable. Okay, I was just holding the phone in my hand. I wasn't using a gimbal. And it was very steady. I was impressed by the quality of the first of all, the quality of the picture. Now I can only play it to you in 720, but it was shot in 8K, and the video on YouTube is in 8K as well. So I'm totally impressed by the quality of the video, and the pictures come out same quality as well. So that's because the phone has camera on the back, camera on the front, and just to remind you, the rear camera is 108 megapixels wide, and it's 40 megapixels on the front. And somewhere up here, I think I made mention of 8K super steady video, and that's because the stabilizer it's in. Let's catch up with Corinda if Corinda's still here, and Corinda's saying he's got an S21, and his S21, no, the S Pen came back this year, Corinda. So I haven't got an S Pen on mine. It came back this year. And next, have you got BeLive TV? This is an Android phone, so I haven't got the BeLive TV broadcasting app because that is iOS only. And finally, was it in Kes? I don't know. That's the show that you go to in London. I don't know, but I know it was released this year because we were told that it was released in 2022. Okay, so that's this phone. It is simply the best phone we've ever had, and it does everything that I want it to. I'm going to carry on shooting videos. I'm going to carry on taking photographs. We're going to carry on telling you more about this with every broadcast that I do. And I will do some nightography tonight. Okay, definitely tonight, because I'm based in the UK. Oh, by the way, England won the test series against New Zealand. Well done, England. Okay, so congratulations to the team. I will be doing some nightography today. I'm doing some night broadcasting as well. I'm live at midnight my time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with one stream. And I've got to stay awake and broadcast at midnight. This is going to be fun. Over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying, I need to get nightography on my S21. It's only on the S22, Corinda. It's not an app. It's basically one of the lenses. Yeah. So, yeah. As far as I know, if I'm wrong, then correct me. And congratulations on the broadcast early today, where you actually found out where our Vietnamese friends are. And oh, okay. Yeah, it's hardware. It's not software, so can't be done. Okay, over to my iPad, and my iPad has said gone to sleep, and it's coming back now. Okay, and thank you for watching me live on Amazon. Comments have arrived. They've all come through at once, Corinda. Okay, and thank you for all the comments. Okay, so that's the Samsung Galaxy. The next item I want to look at, and I'm going to do two of these, is to look at the Obspot Tiny 4K camera. Okay, so, or shall we? Let's look at the Logitech C920x. Nope. Let's go to Logitech Brio. Indecisive. Okay, you're actually watching at this moment. You are watching Logitech Brio. Okay, so this is the quality. Logitech Brio 720, 1080, and 4K. Okay, so let's take a look. Whilst you're actually looking at it, let's take a look at what it can do. Okay, so Logitech Brio camera. It is, if I take that off, okay, it is a 4K webcam, okay, which means it's capable of 720, 1080, 4K, very high resolution, the best that we as consumers can get. And basically, we can't use web-based software. We have to use OBS or vMix or XSplit Broadcaster. And I used XSplit Broadcaster with my Logitech Brio, and I went live on YouTube. You can go live on YouTube in 4K. The recording stays in 4K, and it's quite an experience because it is full resolution. It's the best you can get. So it's the more pixels, the clearer the picture. Yeah. So you can see a better definition in 4K. 4K is the future. You're future-proofing yourself, because down the way, we will be able to broadcast in 4K. For the moment, we can go 720, 1080. We will be able to go at 4K. I spoke to the tech guys at BeLive. I work for, just a minute. Okay, just to get me get a logo. I work for BeLive. Okay, wherever you see that logo, that's BeLive. And they are live broadcasting system, 8 people on screen. You play YouTube video, show images, show captions, agendas, run of show, a whole range of features. And that's, I mean, I've been using this system, the BeLive system, since 2016. So I work for them as well. Okay, so I am totally biased. Okay, so with the Logitech Brio camera, what we have is Ultra 4K HD. Okay, and it's going through. It's got a noise cancelling microphone. Now, this is important. If you're on a Zoom call, you're broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, then in your dog barks, everybody will hear it. If you're using a noise cancelling microphone, only you will hear the dog. Nobody else will. And it's not just dogs that it cuts out. It cuts out any extraneous noises. So everything going on around you disappears to the background. And the only thing that people can hear is your voice. Talking about voices, I'm currently using, and you're listening to, the Elgato Wave 3, which is down the carousel, and which we'll come to later. It's got high definition auto light correction. Now, it's 426 in the UK, 1126 on the East Coast, and I have no lights on. And I won't put the lights on until it goes a bit darker. Okay, so I'm relying on the camera doing its auto light correction. A couple more features, and I'm going to show you some software which controls the camera. I'm going to tell you exactly why, if you've got any Logitech camera, 920, 922, 925, 930, Brio, or the 270, why you should download the software. If you bought the camera, the software is free, and there's no reason not to download it. You go to logitech.com and you search for the software, the name of which is Logitech Capture. Okay, go to logitech.com, download the software. You can do it now whilst you're watching, and I'll show you what it can do. Now, wide field of view, as last we went, just to reiterate the point, it is 4 times the resolution of a typical HD webcam. So it's 720, 1080. Okay, absolutely brilliant in terms of resolution. It's got auto light adjustment, and the Logitech version of it is bright light, and it's got 3 angles. We said it was wide view. It's 90 degrees, 78 degrees, and 65 degrees. Now, it's at this point I'm going to do this because you're watching me, and I think I should do this. I'm going to take the logo off so you can see what I'm about to do more clearly. And before I go on, I'm going to take a comment from Corinda. And Corinda is saying, I just ordered it, but haven't arrived yet. Okay. And arrive. Okay. Correction on the spelling. I think we're up to date now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the software in, and I'm going to put it on screen, and I'm going to show you how to operate it. So let's do a screen share. This should work, he said. I'm just going to go to a window. I'm going to pick the window and share it. Okay, now I'm going to close a couple of tabs. Okay, so I'm going to close Amazon Live tab. And thank you for everybody watching on Amazon Live. And I can zap that. Okay, now, when you're broadcasting live as I am, you want as few tabs open as possible. And what I've done is I've just reduced myself to 1 tab now. Okay, I had the Amazon tab open. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to screen share. And let's go here, put this full screen. And this is the software that I was talking about. And it is Logitech Capture. And before Corinda points this out, this is a relative of Logitech Capture. And it does all the same functions, but it's a lot easier for me to actually show it to you. So let's take it off full screen. Okay, and we're off full screen now. I'm going to hide the chickens. Okay, so the chickens are hiding. I'm just going to change my display up because I want to go widescreen here. So I'm in my Be Live studio and I'm going to go widescreen so you can actually see what the software does. Okay, go to Logitech.com, download Logitech Capture. Doing. Okay, so this is the software. Yeah. Right. Okay. This is the software. And if you can see, you've got the movement controls, you've got zoom in and out, and you've also got pan and tilt. Okay, those are there. Underneath that, just a minute, I'm just going, I need to click the right place, fool myself then. You've got the fields of view, 65, 78, and 90. Okay, now I'm going to show you, if I go down here, if you buy a camera, it will come with, just a minute, it will come with default settings. Yeah. And if I do this, I'm going to show you, well, do you think I've got a wall behind me? That's the first question. Okay. If you think I've got a wall behind me, say yes in the comments. If you think I haven't got a wall behind me, say no in the comments. I'll give you a second to do that. So what we're actually doing is we're going to go back to the camera default settings. You bought the camera, you take it out of the box, you plug it in. It's a USB connection. It will plug straight in. It will go into a PC or Mac, no problem at all. And this is what happens when you first buy it. So what I'm going to do, and I don't know whether I've got any comments or not. I think Corinda's moved on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out. Okay, and I'm going to zoom out. Hopefully, if this is working. Oh, don't you love it when a demonstration works well? Just a minute. Oh, good. Just a minute. I need to, the camera's lost the software. Just a second. What I'm going to do now, he said, this is a live demonstration. And to prove it, we have the software lost the camera. So I'm going to bring the software back again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I'm going to download it again. I'll probably do it a bit quicker this time so that it doesn't disappear. So I'm going to do a screen share and I'm going to share that screen. So I've got that. And hopefully I'm going to come back in, put the software on screen. That's one. Okay. So we've got the software on screen. And then I'm going to take it off full screen in a minute. Right. Okay. We're going to try again. This is take two. This is live. Anything can go wrong with a live broadcast. So take two. Let's go to what you get when you got it out of the box. The default settings, -1, -2. That's better. 90 degrees. So when you take the software out of the box, this is the camera view that you get. Okay, you've got the books, you've got the Samsung Samsung all-in-one PC, wish they still made those, and you can see that I don't have a wall behind me, not a real wall. I've got a backdrop which is arced over a green screen. You probably tell from the shape, and it's not straight. Well, it looks straight to me when I'm on camera. But this is it. This is the default settings of the camera. And the problem with this is that, as far as I'm concerned, this is personal choice. This is showing too much. I want you to believe that I am sat in front of a brick wall. I don't want you to see the computer or the books. I just want you to see what's on the center of the screen. So if I touch 3 buttons, 1, 2, 3, I'm back to where I want to be. And it looks like there's a brick wall. What we haven't got is you aren't able to see my office. Okay, so let's go side by side and do that again. Okay, this is why you want to download the software, Logitech Capture, from Logitech.com, because if you get the software, you're in charge. Otherwise, you will look like this. Okay, so the software, and I'm hoping, yeah, I got there in the end. The software gives you total control of the camera. You can control the zoom, pan, tilt, and the colors as well. I'm just going to come on to that. If I go solo off, and let's, for all our sakes, zoom back in and go to 78 degrees. Now, there are three, this is 90 degrees that you were just looking at. Okay, this is 90 degrees with no zoom. If I go to 78 degrees, we're getting better. But if I zoom in twice, we're getting back to where I was. Okay. Now, in addition to that, with the software, the same software, you can change the brightness and you can come back down again. And all the defaults are set to 50. So if you get to 50, you're okay. Okay. You can change the brightness, you can change the color intensity, you can change the contrast, and you can change auto white balance, which you can have on or off. Okay. And that's off and that's on. I prefer it with it on. Okay. Now, this is a personal choice. Now, the thing is that if you find yourself becoming oversaturated, what you can do is turn the lights on and off again, and you get back reasonably to where you started. But the software is yours. If you've got a Logitech C920, 922, 925, 930, the software is yours. You can download it. Okay, so all you need to do is go to Logitech Capture, logitech.com, download Logitech Capture, and you're onto a winner. Right, okay, so that's Logitech 920 Brio. I'm going to stop sharing now. Okay, download the software, experiment. Yeah, do experiment. What you want to do is get comfortable on camera. You want to be reasonably in the middle. You want to have headspace. Yeah, that's the way that I do it. Headspace and reasonably in the middle of camera. The other thing is that even if you're on a Zoom call or you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, don't move about too much. Okay, cameras don't like that. The trees don't like that. Every time we move, we're sending more frames. Well, we're sending frames which are changing, which means more energy, which means more need to produce energy, which means consuming trees. So save the trees. Don't shake your hands on camera. Okay, and just checking the comments. I think Corinda's gone for a cup of tea. Right, if you have any questions at all about anything I'm talking about, then please do ask. This is a free service from Amazon Live. I'm an independent broadcaster. I'm here to help you. Any item in the carousel, and you can scroll the carousel whilst I'm talking. If you've got a question about it, please do ask. I own over 75% of the items in the carousel, so you can ask questions. In actual fact, if I go here, switch my second camera on, okay, and put it full screen. Okay, this is my second camera. This is the Obspot 4K, which we're talking about in a moment. But you can see, we're going to look next at the Logitech C920x camera, which is there. Then we have the 4-way USB hub, which allows me to have two cameras and a microphone and Logitech Lytra light. We've got the Echo Dot, which is down the carousel. We've got 4 Echo Dots dotted throughout the house. I'm using the TP-Link Wi-Fi to broadcast today. I'm not hardwired. This is my second Obspot camera, and you can see how it looks. And it is set up to, well, this is the original Obspot camera. The one you're actually watching now is the 4K. You can see my beautiful phone. Okay, my Samsung S22 we spoke about. And you can see a chess set. Now, if anybody wants to play chess, my move is D2 to D4. It's your move. This chess set is a Greek mythology chess set, and you'll find it down in the carousel. Okay, and behind that, you've got my beloved mug. You've got plant we actually watched grow through 2022. Another plant. Okay, so we're green. We've got 2 plants, and then extension cable down in the carousel. If you haven't got your cable's not long enough, then you can get an extension cable. And then Logitech Lytra light is the box. Okay. But the next thing we're going to go on to, coming back to me, the next thing we're going to go on to in the carousel, I'm just going to scroll a second, is Logitech C920x. Okay, so we're on to our next camera, and C920x basically is the great beginner's camera. If you're on Zoom, great camera. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, great camera. This is, as you've just seen on my desktop, this is it. This is the Logitech C920x. I'm just trying to get the cable. You've got about 9 foot of cable. Okay. See, they didn't skimp when they first brought this camera out. They said, right, we know you need a lot of cable. We're going to give you 9 foot of cable, or 3 meters, depending on which way you look at it. And this camera is Logitech C920x. Now, the X stands for extra. I'm going to show you what extra means in a moment. Okay, about 2 minutes. Stay there. It is a full 1080p, 30 frames per second. 1080p is high definition, HD, high definition. 30 frames per second is industry standard for doing broadcasting on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So it meets those criteria. It's got clear 2 microphones and then lens, 78-degree field of view. And on to the next item. I write everything down so I don't forget to say anything. It's got HD light auto correction, which we talked about earlier with the Brio. It's got advanced capture software. You've seen the software. You know all about the software. You've just seen a demonstration of it. Logitech Capture. Okay. It's got low light compensation. Most cameras do these days. If there's low lighting, they will try their best to compensate, just as my Brio is doing at the moment. It's got 78-degree field of view. We talked about that. You've got 90 degrees, 78, 65, and you're in control if you download the software. Now, this camera I'm holding is, in fact, 6 years old. Okay. It goes with my Samsung all-in-one PC. That's when I got it 6 years ago. I've been in live broadcasting now 7 years. And we were on a system called Blab, if anybody remembers that. And that was 4 people on screen, and audience could talk to you. This is before Facebook Live. And then Facebook Live came along, and we said, we've got to up our game. We need to have a better camera. We need a better microphone. This unit here, Logitech C920x, has a built-in camera and microphone. And most of us bought this camera 6 years ago, and it still works. I mean, I can put it onto my other computer, my second computer, and it will work perfectly. And it will do 1080p, and it will look as good as this one, possibly. Okay, not quite, but nearly. Okay, now, when you get the camera, you take it out of the box and you plug it in, okay? But then you pull this lip down. So I started like that, okay? And I'm just pulling that down, yeah? And then that goes over the top of your monitor, okay? Or, let's go to my other camera. It can go over the top of your monitor, or it can go on a tripod. And basically, it's got a little thread in the bottom, which hopefully you can see now, which allows you to put it directly on a tripod. Now, the beauty of that is that rather than being a fixed camera on your monitor or on your PC or your Mac, you can actually move the tripod about. Okay. Now, you'll notice possibly if I take that off there for a moment, what I've actually done, I can't show it you. So I've got a marker on the desk which shows me where to put the tripod. So this will go on a tripod or on your monitor. Simple and straightforward to do. And if it's on a tripod, then you can actually move it anywhere you want to, different angles. Okay, and that's what I've done with the Obspot, which I'm going to show you later. Right, so where were we? Right. Okay. So released. This is 6 years old. The version down in the carousel was released in March 2020. A total reworking, but it looks like this. Okay. Now the X. This is the key. If you find a Logitech camera with an X after the number, so 920, 922, there's a 920X and 922X. If you go for the X version, you actually get 3-month license to XSplit Vcam, which is background removal software. Now, because I'm presenting these items to you on Amazon Live, I can't use a green screen because it would just tear the green screen. That's why I've got the photographic backdrop, which I'll talk more about in a minute. But ordinarily, you know, I've got a green screen. If I zoom out again, you know, I've got a green screen. It's behind me. Yeah. The software that we're about to talk about is background removal software. I just need to find a video, which is hopefully up here somewhere. And I'm going to tell you how I got it. I'm going to tell you how background removal software works. Okay. So this video is on YouTube. It's about 8 minutes long, but I'm just going to play you the first couple of minutes so that you can have an insight into how all background software removal software works. They all work in the same way. So it's over to me, and the live me will be back in 2 minutes. I'll switch my microphone off and press play. Easy here to give you an overview of XSplit Vcam, how it works. Background removal tool I've been using since January 2019, and it just keeps getting better and better. Now the image behind me is one of Salisbury Cathedral, and the acid test of any background removal tool is that you still have 10 fingers with little webbing between them. Okay, so that test passed. Second is the outline of your body. Those are the things to look for when you're looking at a green screen, the ability to actually move about. So let's take a look at the software itself. And this is the XSplit Vcam program. Okay, now you notice the top there, it says original. This is me. This is also me. So this is how I look normally. Now, first stage is to actually remove the background. So let's remove the background by pressing a button, and I get background's gone. Okay, prove that if I go here, background has disappeared. Okay, so the next step is to select a background to go in place, and you can do that just by clicking an image. You'll get a different background. Okay, that's it. That's very colorful. Now, just a warning, you need to make sure that the image at the top is not too light. Okay, what you don't want is to have an image too light at the top. If you try it, you'll see what I mean. Okay, now XSplit Vcam is an external program which you download from XSplit, and it sits on your computer and you can use it in this way. Okay, so over to one of my favorite backgrounds. So I'm just switching background. Now, if I go to here, you can actually see that I can get backgrounds from several sources. I can upload a media file. Okay, and I'm going to upload a media file. I'm going to go on my hard drive to artwork and to reduced. Okay, and I'm going to bring up this image, and that's it. That's how easy it is to take an image from your hard drive and bring it on screen. Second thing you can do is you can run a YouTube video. Now I can show you a sample of this. Right, the second thing you can do is, as your backdrop, I'll come back to that in a minute, as your backdrop with XSplit Vcam is you can use a YouTube video. Now all you need to do is to find the YouTube video, get its URL, put it into XSplit Vcam, and you can play a video in the background. So you've got a moving background. There will be no sound, but it will play. Okay, now you can take any of your own videos, not a problem. If you take somebody else's video, there may be circumstances where it won't play. It may be the person who put the video there said you're only allowed to play it on YouTube, which means you can't use it. Third place that you can actually get a background from is from a website. You can use any website as your background. Websites by default are public. The only thing is, if you use the BBC or CNN or CNBC as your background, do say that you're actually using their website. It's only fair. Okay, and then finally, you can get a background from unsplash.com. This is where photographers from around the world have sent their best photographs. And there's a searchable database of the images, which you can download, uses your backdrop on Expert VCam, and they're free. Now, when I get one of those, I just send a tweet out, because you can do that from the site itself, saying thank you. And that's a win-win situation. You're actually promoting the photographer and you're actually promoting your own shows as well. Now, a thing to be aware of is that all is good on unsplash.com. If you type in Paris, Texas, you'll get images from Paris, Texas. If you type in Paris, France, you'll get images of the Eiffel Tower or the Louvre. You got the idea. So it's totally searchable and it's free to use. There is no charge whatsoever for actually using unsplash.com. And all the images are royalty free. Okay. And I've been using XSplit VCam since January 2019. We've said that Logitech C920x or any X, Logitech C922, 925, if you've got an X at the end, you get 3 months license. I've been using XSplit VCam since January 2019. What I love is that they update it frequently. It's just got better and better and better. You don't have an outline there. You don't have air that blows in a non-existent breeze. It just simply works, and they're releasing new versions all the time. I've probably made about 6 videos in the last couple of years, and every time I make a video, experts say thank you, I'm happy, they're happy, and we're spreading the word about using virtual backgrounds. Because if you're on a Zoom call and you sat there and you're sat there like this, okay, if you're on a Zoom call and people can see everything, they won't look at you, they'll look at everything else. Whereas if you're using XSplit VCam, you literally can be anywhere. Yeah, you can be anywhere in the world. If you're doing a cooking program, French cooking, then you could have a French background. If you're doing a German cooking, you could have a German background. You know where I'm going with this. You can up your game on a Zoom call, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch by having a virtual background. Now, just a word before we move on. I'm looking for it here. Yes. Okay. Down in the carousel at the moment is my background. Okay. Now, I've got some more comments coming in. Just a minute. I'll take the comments in a minute. You can see I've got a background. It's a normal photography backdrop. If you go to Amazon.com, type in photography backdrop, you can pick your own. I've got this one because it's basically a choice, isn't it? I like this one. I've seen 3 more. One is a wall with paint splashes on it, which I'm going to be using. The other one is an Hawaiian beach scene, so I'm going to be presenting from the beach. And the final one is Wild West town with tumbleweed blowing down the street. You can visualize it, can't you, from all those Western films? So I'm looking forward to that as well. So I'm going to try and have a different backdrop at least once a month. But backdrops change the mood. They change my mood. They change your mood. They change the mood of everybody who actually watches a broadcast, and they work with anything because they're physical. Yeah. Just a reminder, this is, in terms of hanging a backdrop. Okay. All I've done is to put mine over the top of my green screen. You can get a stand. Okay. About $45 for a stand, and then a bar across, and you just suspend the backdrop from the bar. That's it. And you can change it anytime. You can up your game. Okay, now let's take a few. Wait a minute. Let's come back to me first, because right. Okay, I'm back. Let's go to Corinda. Corinda's back on Facebook, and Corinda is saying, Yeah, I thank you. Corinda normally tells me what X is. This time he hasn't. Buying. Okay, so I did say what X was. At least I didn't say what X. No, you didn't. You didn't say what X stood for. It stands for XSplit VCam. Yay! Well, you win, Corinda. I give in. Okay, thank you for watching live on Facebook or YouTube. The link to join me on Amazon Live, because you've got to be on Amazon Live to get the full Amazon Live experience, because you've got the carousel down the bottom. You've got comments, and I can show you your comments on screen. Just a note, I can see your comments from Amazon Live in my studio, and I can show them on screen. That's my good friend Grant Saunders, a fellow Englishman, broadcasting live on Amazon Live. Grant, thank you. Okay, back to me. Okay, and I'm going to go back to me. I don't need that video, so I can hide that. Okay, and I'm going to go over here. Back to me. Right, okay, just a word if you just joined me. Thank you, do appreciate it. Just if I go here, I can explain exactly what I'm trying to do. If I hit the right button, just let me find the button. Okay. Your host is Stephen Healey from England. That's me. I live in Wiltshire, which is about 73 miles away from London. We have Stonehenge, we have Salisbury Cathedral, we have Avebury, a whole host of places to actually visit if you come over to England, and you're more than welcome to come. And if you do get to Wiltshire, then knock on my door. We're talking about live broadcasting. We've talked about Logitech Brio and the Samsung S22 mobile. And I just want to say a big thank you for actually watching and spending part of your day with me. If you have any questions, just ask. Okay. And if you're enjoying the broadcast, do follow me. But ask me questions about live broadcasting. Okay. I challenge you. No, I don't. You can just watch. I'm happy if you just watch. But if you want to say hello and tell me where you're watching from, then please do. We've had people from all over the States and Canada, and in fact, people from all around the globe visiting. And I really enjoy having a chat. Okay, so that's that. Oh, I suppose it's best to tell you about the green screen. The green screen is, I can't show it you, can I? I can show you the shape of it. That's the Logitech green screen. It's reversible, green on one side, blue on the other. And I just need to change a setting. Just give me a second. I just noticed that that's wombled back down to, that's better. Okay, around 50% is where I want to get it. I got it. Okay, so back up to me. Okay, thank you for watching on Amazon Live. Okay, so the green screen, the people who release background software say you don't need a green screen. That's okay. But if you don't have a green screen, what's going to happen is you're going to get a possible line around your head, and you're going to have hair blowing in the breeze. Well, there isn't a breeze, but it's going to be blowing anyway. My acid test of background removal software is to put both hands up and then move them about. Yeah. And if you can still see fingers and thumbs, then that's it. Okay. The other thing, hint wise, is that if you're on a Zoom call or you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, do have headroom. People want to see the top of your head. Do be towards the center of the screen, and don't wave your hands too much, unless you talk with your hands, in which case just carry on. Okay. Those are just gentle hints. Okay. So where do we go from here? In 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, I'm going to do 10 items in 30 minutes. So I'm going to do a quick zoom through a quarter of the carousel. Just a note, if I go to my second camera again, this beautiful Greek mythology chess set is now down. If I sell a chess set, I'll be most pleased to find a fellow chess player. It's down the carousel now. It's $219. It's a beautiful board. Board comes with the set, and the pieces. Well, the pieces are just so. I'm going to try and get on camera here. Just let me go like this. Okay, the pieces are beautifully cast. Okay, that's a pawn, by the way. Okay, so that's a chess set. Okay, so we've done the chest set, we've done the backdrop, we've done the Polytech reversible. Okay, let's come back over this way then. And what we're going to talk about now is the Obspot tiny PTZ camera. And I'm going to switch on this. Okay, this is the Obspot 4K camera. And I've got, if I go here just a minute, I can show you in a minute, but this is what the camera looks like. Okay, both cameras, I've got two Obspots. This one, the styling is the same. So you've got the lens, it's on a gimbal, a 2-axis gimbal, so you can swivel up and down, it can swivel sideways. Its nominal field of view is 90 degrees. So let's go through a few details of the Obspot 4K, and then I'll give you a practical demonstration in a couple of minutes' time. Okay, so the Obspot 4K. This is my newest camera. It is the Obspot tiny PTZ 4K webcam. It's AI powered. I'm going to go picture in picture here so you can see both of us. Just a minute. Take that off. And if I go here, yep. Okay, I'm going to hide that. And okay, now I'm all right being here. I'm going to shrink myself. Just a minute. I need to shrink because I'm taking up too much of the picture. I'm going to apply and I should shrink. Okay. So it's an AI powered. It's got AI powered framing and autofocus. It is 4K. We talked about the fact that you can broadcast to YouTube in 4K, and it's absolutely stunning. Next feature, it has dual omnidirectional microphones built into the unit. It has tracking software, which I'll show you in a moment. Okay, with a 2-axis gimbal, as I said earlier. It's got low light correction. If I switch the light off, then you'd be the difference. And it also has magical gestures. Okay, you can raise your hand to ask it to start tracking. You can raise your hand to tell it to stop tracking. You can ask it to zoom in. You can ask it to zoom out. Okay, all without being anywhere near your computer. Next thing is it's got dual omnidirectional microphone system with noise reduction. So we said if the dog barks and you've got noise reduction, nobody will hear the dog apart from you. It's got 3 preset positions. Okay, shall we go for the preset positions? Okay, now the fact that it's on a gimbal means that I can go from my desktop to me. Okay, so the camera's switched to me. You've got 2 of me for a moment. Okay, 2 cameras, 1 microphone. So this is me on the Obspot. That is me. That is me on the Brio. So you've got a comparison between the Obspot and the Brio. Okay. Now the next thing is that I can actually then, using the Obspot, and it's 3 positions, I can actually go to the garden. Okay. So this is my neighbor's garden. Alexa, what is the temperature?
At the moment, it's 17 degrees Celsius. Tonight, you can expect a low of 9 degrees.
Thank you. Do you say thank you to your Echo Dot? I do. So this is a live feed from the garden. You can see the wind is just gentle, but it's only 17 degrees. We're hopeful that it will go up to 23 degrees later this week because we're heading towards our British summer. We don't get extremes. We don't get extreme cold. We don't get extreme heat. But that's just a beautiful view. If you want to put some music on and just watch that view. But the thing is that the Obspot Tiny can have 3 presets. So it can go from the desktop to me, hello, and it can go to the garden. And these are presets that I put up before. Now, this is something that the Obspot can do, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to do a demonstration. This will either work or it won't work. So let's come back on the Obspot, come back to me. This could be interesting. Okay, so you've got the Obspot Me big screen, you've got the Brio small screen. And just what I'm going to do, hopefully this will work, is that I'm going to push my chair back and I'm going to stand up and nothing happens, yeah? But if I go here and I press the button, okay, what's going to happen now is I'm going to stand up and the Obspot is going to follow me. The Brio, however, doesn't have a clue. The only thing the Brio knows is that, well, there you are. Okay, you've got a totally different view of me. This is me, and that's the middle of me. Okay, I've not done this before. I didn't know how it would work. Anyway, just a quick word about my Samsung Galaxy S22 down in the carousel. Brilliant phone. And also down in the carousel, I'll show you these when we did 10 items in 30 minutes. These are Treble X3 Pro Earbuds there, and that's so simple and straightforward to use. This is the charging case. Charge the case, and you can then recharge the earbuds 4 times. Okay. And while I'm here, and I'm going to go through those in a minute. So, but the thing about this is that the Obspot Tiny is actually tracking me as I move around. Yeah, just hang on, just a minute. The Obspot is actually tracking me. No, it's not. Just a minute. Hang on. We're going to do this again. Okay, I interrupted myself. Let's go to the desktop. Whilst it's going to the desktop, what I'm going to do is sit back down, and then I'm going to come to me. Okay, that didn't quite work as intended. Okay, so we're going to do it again. Okay, so let's go here and press that button, and hopefully this time it will work. I'm going to get up, I'm going to go around the back, and that's it. And it's actually tracking my every movement. Yeah, this is the beauty of the Obspot camera, the PTZ camera, which tracks you. Now, to all intents and purposes, moving around my office is fun, but it does mean I can be sat down to present, I can stand up to present. When you stood up, you've got more energy, you project more. Yeah, it's a lot easier to present something stood up than it is sat down. More dynamism, more energy, more involvement when you're stood up than when you sat down. I'm going to go full screen because I don't know about you, but having a mini-me bottom right-hand corner is somewhat distracting, and I've totally lost it again. Okay. Right, we're back. Okay. I've got rid of the mini-me. So Obspot cameras, they have a fast mode, which means that you can track a fast moving. So if someone's doing 100-meter or 100-yard race, you can track them from beginning to the end. Okay, it's that good. It just tracks along. It goes on the top of your monitor, or as we've seen, it will also go, instead of going down here, it will also go on a tripod. So it's very adaptable. It either lives on the top of your monitor or on a tripod. If it's on a tripod, then it just screws in. If you want to put it onto your monitor, then come back to me. If you want it on your monitor, there is this, which is a magnetic mount. It goes with a lip. With a lip, it goes over the back of your monitor, and then there's an adhesive strip there, and it just clamps onto your monitor, and then the camera goes on top. Or you can put it on a tripod. So it has variable mounting situations. I can put that down now. Right, okay, so what we're going to do now is, if I find my main menu again, just bear with me. I want to say thank you for actually watching me live. Hope you having fun. Do browse the carousel. And if there's anything you want to ask me a question about, just type the question in. I'll do my best to answer it. But we've come to the point of the show now where I am going to do this. 10 carousel items in 30 minutes. Now, you've heard me talk for 20 minutes about one item. So this is a challenge for me. I'm actually going to talk about 10 items in the next 30 minutes. And I'm going to demonstrate them to you. Because as you know, I own 75% of the items in the carousel. Okay, if you want me to talk about anything in particular, then please do say. So let's do a quick recap. We talked about, I've got a comment coming in from Mr. Grant Saunders. And Grant is saying, whoop, Corinda. And, oh, wait a minute. I missed a comment. I've got so carried away, Grant. Hello, good sir. Hello, Grant. Nice to see you. I got into my own script then. That's no good, is it? Thank you. And Corinda said, hello, Grant. And Grant is the best. Grant is a good friend, fellow Amazon Live broadcaster. If you want to put your link in the comments, please do, Grant. And just looking sharp. Thank you. Thank you. There's a story behind this before we get to our 10 in 30. Okay. As you know, I do a lot of work for OneStream, and OneStream allows you to go to 30 different destinations at the same time. And we use that to go to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch and everything. So I'm in my Be Live studio. That's an opportunity to put the Be Live logo up. Just a second. Okay. Okay. Corinda, Grant, and I all use Be Live to broadcast. 8 people on screen, play YouTube videos, show images, show agendas. Okay, absolutely brilliant. But in addition to Be Live, I also use a piece of software called OneStream, and I do videos for them. I do shows for them. I've done shows with Nick Wood, and we do broadcasts about broadcasting to your website, about broadcasting to multiple destinations using Be Live and OneStream. And there's a show today. This is why I'm sharp. That's what I'm trying to explain. I've got a show today, live broadcast, and it's basically at midnight. Now, this is me at 5:15 in the UK. I'm trying to look like this at midnight because I've never been live at midnight before. It's quite a challenge. Well, not I can remember. And I'm live talking about OneStream at midnight tonight, and with DJ Strick. And that's going to be a fascinating show. So that's why the extra preparation, but also because, and let's go to the comments and finish. Looking sharp was where we were. In a minute, just a minute. Looking sharp, and then the next comment from Grant is, this is a link to Grant's Amazon Live. Do go and follow Grant, and you'll find out all about a host. Well, he's just red hot on broadcasting, really. Be Live rocks. That's Be Live. Okay, and both Grant and I broadcast for Be Live as well. And midnight, yeah. Well, what can I say? The DJ Strick is actually live at 6 p.m. Central, which is 12 p.m. midnight. So I've got to be awake for that. So after this show, I should just be relaxing, watching the tennis. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'll be relaxing. Oh, by the way, everybody, Wimbledon started today. And shout out for Miss Raducanu and for Andy Murray, who's playing live at Wimbledon today on centre court. So for all you tennis fans out there, let's just see if we can find out using the mobile phone. Just a minute. If I go here and I go for sport and I go for tennis, okay. All right. Djokovic has won, by the way. Djokovic has won at the tennis, and Emma is battling now. Cameron Norrie has won as well. Okay, at the moment, the score is just 3 minutes ago was I can't pronounce the name. Oitvank 3 and Raducanu 4 in the first set with serve. So there we are. That's an update on Wimbledon, courtesy of the Samsung S22. Thank you to Grant and Corinda, and let's keep going. I want to get through this, and then I've got Amazon Live. So we've talked about the Samsung Galaxy S22. We've talked about the Obspot tiny 4K camera. Okay, so that's down in the carousel. We've talked about Logitech C920x, and it comes with the extras. You're watching Logitech Brio, and the next thing I want to talk about is this. I just need to find a picture. Okay, so you look at that picture for a minute, and down in the carousel now is this. I'm just getting hold of it. Okay, I've got it. I just need to change my menu. Just a minute. And okay, what we're going to talk about is the Logitech Lytra Glow Premium LED streaming light. Now, I saw this light first when my good friend Marco Novo from Portugal was chatting with Daniel Zigman of Logitech. And they were talking about the cameras, and then they got to talking about the light. And I saw the light, literally, and I bought it. So thank you, Marco and Daniel. I'm going to hide that. Come back to me in a second. Okay, we're back to me. I'm going to take the logo off screen for a moment, and we're going to talk about the Logitech Lytra Glow light, which is down the carousel. Remember, we're doing 10 in 30 minutes. So I've got 3 minutes to talk about this light. What can I say? Okay. It has true soft light. First of all, the size. Okay, if you look at the size of it, it's about 3 inches by 3 inches. It's down in the carousel at the moment. It's $59.99. I was looking at lighting, $200. I found this $59.99. It's a perfect personal light. It's made by Logitech. It's the first light they've ever made. It's made for gamers and broadcasters. You can have it on 24 hours a day if you want. It's safe 24 hours a day. Also discover. When you get the light, you take out the box, you take cellophane off the back, you take cellophane off the bottom. You lift the shelf there, and it then goes over the top of your monitor. Now, if I go here, I just want to change something. I just want to show you, because of what I can do, I'm going to change camera. Just give me a second. And when I said a second, I didn't mean literally. I meant I need to find a camera. Obspot Tiny 4K. Yes. It should be there. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I've lost a camera. Okay, right. Okay. I think we're getting it now. If I go full screen, anything could happen. Okay, I'm going full screen. Right, okay, you can see me here. Yeah. I just need to make one adjustment. I'm bright red. I looked at this earlier and I thought, you are so bright red. I'm going to zoom out a bit. Okay, and I need to move that. I need to move that. Okay, so this is Logitech Lytra Light, but I want to show it to you. Oh, that's what I was doing. Okay, this is my monitor. That's the Obspot Tiny 4K. That's the Logitech Brio. That is the Logitech Lytra Light. So you can see it's on top of my desk and it's angled. Yeah, and it's on top of my desk using the lip I talked about. This is a BenQ monitor, which is also down in the carousel, but I just wanted to get this screenshot so I could actually show you the monitor. Obspot Tiny. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Brio. Now you see the Obspot Tiny can swivel. The Brio is fixed there, and then Logitech Lytra light, and that's plugged into my computer. Okay, so back to me, and I thought I was touch screen for a second there, but I'm not. Okay, so that's where it is. It lives on top of my monitor. Okay, you can bend it forwards. You can put it back up again. You saw the angle. Mine was a sort of that angle. Yeah. You can extend it. Okay, you can put it down again. You can bend it forward. You can twist it left, and you can twist it right. Okay, so very flexible. Also, you can put it on a tripod. You can take the light off and put it on a tripod. So, TrueSoft is the lighting. Okay, and it has an adjustable monitor mount. You take it off, put it in a tripod, or you put it on top of your desk. Okay, next, it's got brightness controls. That's the power on, power off button in the center. On the right and left, you have brightness and temperature control sliders, and you can control it. You can also control it with the software. Okay, and there's a desktop app that controls the lights. It's natural skin tones and radiant look. Now, I can speak to natural skin tones. If I go and look in the mirror now, I do look as I look on camera. It's safe for all-day streaming, which I said earlier. And it's got freedom of movement and placement. And it uses Logitech's G-Hub software. Okay, and that's free software you can download. So I said 3 minutes. That is 3 minutes. I'm going to put that down, and we're going to go back to the carousel, and we're going to go on to the next item. And thank you for watching me live. And I'll just make sure I have no comments come in. Right, okay, I've got a comment coming in. Just a minute. Let's get rid of that and take the comment. And Corinda is saying, just a minute. Corinda is saying, I'm okay, Grant. I did live on Amazon Live with Be Live. Brilliant. Well done, Corinda. And the next point from Corinda is, and it always rocks. Okay, so we're all on side for Be Live. And thank you for your comments, Corinda. And just make sure I've not missed anything. Thank you for watching me on Amazon Live. And let's go to the next item. And the next item that's in the carousel, we've done the chest set, we've done the backdrop, we've done the green screen. Right, and the next thing I want to show you is, well, in actual fact, it's down the carousel, and it's the Elgato Wave 3 microphone. In terms of doing live broadcasts, camera is important. So we've got the Brio, and you're watching it now. It's down in the carousel. But the other important thing is sound. Now, it's quite possible that you're listening to me now, yeah, but you're not watching because you know what I look like. Okay, you've gone on to surf somewhere else, which is good. I mean, I do that. I go on surf on pages and listen to something. It's natural. But you wouldn't do that if the sound was bad. Now, the sound that we've got today, I just need to change a camera to show you this. Just a minute. A lot of camera changes are going on, but they're all worth it because I can actually show you things. And seeing is believing. Okay, so hopefully, if I go here, and I've moved the camera, haven't I? Just a minute. I did move the camera. Okay, we're back. Okay, if I go to the desktop, all right. There's the Logitech Lytra light we're talking about a moment ago. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that light back where it lives, which is on top of my Microsoft Surface Book 2. Okay, so a little bit of tidying up. It's done. And I'm going to show you this. This is the Elgato Wave 3 microphone that's down in the carousel today at $149. You've been listening to it. Now, I run chat shows, and I asked 3 people to bring their microphones. And Alec Dorling from Sweden brought this microphone. And it just it sounds so rich, the tone of it. You've got an input for an external set of headphones, so you can actually preview the sound. It also comes with mixer software, which basically is high quality. Now the thing is, I've tried mixer software, but this is the simplest that I've found. So you're getting not only the microphone, you're getting mixer software, which allows you to put up to 6 different inputs, and then they come through the microphone into your studio. So you could have Spotify, you could have browser, you can have desktop sounds all coming through the one microphone because of the mixer. So it does include a mixer. So, and you've been listening to it ever since you joined this broadcast. You're actually listening to Elgato Wave 3. It's actually 2 hands away from me. Yeah. And that's basically the way I like it to be. It has a, well, let's have a look at its features. If I go over here and I go here, I can tell you the features of the microphone. So its real name is, it is the Elgato, this is it here. I know it's a bit shy. Okay. This is the Elgato Wave 3 microphone. It's a condenser microphone. It's got a digital mixer, as I just mentioned. It has a clip guard built in. So when you get to your S's and your P's, that's all sorted. It's got a capacitive mute. Now, this is the only thing that's wrong with this microphone. Most microphones, when you mute them, you press a button. With this, it's got a sensitive capacitive mute on the top. And if you're live broadcasting like I do, and your hand suddenly goes over the top of the microphone close to it, then you can switch it off without knowing. That's happened to me twice since I got it, but I still love it anyway. Now, I couldn't memorize this, so I wrote it down. It's a condenser capsule with a tight cardioid polar pattern and captures speech with precision. Shall we say that again? 3, 2, 1. It's going to come round again. All together. Condenser capsule with a tight cardioid polar pattern. Right, okay. It was originally released June 18, 2020. Okay. And I love it. And I want to say thank you to Alec Dorling for actually introducing me to the microphone. Okay, so that was my second camera, which is the Obspot, of course. So we've done the microphone and you've been listening to it. So you can make your mind up. Another microphone down in the carousel is the Audio Technica AT2020, which is $99 and it is 9% off. Now, just forgive me for a moment. Let's go back to the desktop. Okay. Okay, and come back to me. Back to me. Okay. And this is, just a minute. I knew we'd have problems. This is the Audio Technica AT2020 down in the carousel today for $99. This was the microphone. Well, I still have it, obviously, still use it. But I've got the Elgato switched on today. This is a beautiful microphone, deep, rich sound. And you have, if I go like that, okay, that's it. It's on a stand, or you can put it on the boom arm if you want. Headphones in, gain controls, and it just simply sounds brilliant. And this one has a blue light on it when it comes on. So it is a high quality sound. If you click the link in the carousel, you'll take you off to some videos. Don't do it now though. Take you off to some videos. You can actually listen to the microphone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a recording with this microphone and play it back in a future broadcast. That's a good idea. I've got a big list of things that I'm going to do. I just need to tackle it someday. I keep going live on Amazon Live. I'm live on Amazon Live, 11 a.m. Eastern, every day of the week. Okay. Right. So that's the brilliant microphone, which again came by recommendation from Mike Phillips. And I asked him, I was watching Mike live and I heard the sound of this and I thought, I'll ask him. So I asked Mike Phillips, I said, which microphone are you using? He said the Audio Technica AT2020. He sent me a link. I bought it the following day and it's been with me ever since. Okay, so I'm going to put that down on the desktop. And that means that on the desktop now, we now have another microphone. So there you are. That's it static. That's on its stand. And I can just adjust it. I nearly knocked it over then. Just a minute. Let's get it on the desktop. It doesn't want to go. No. you can actually fold the legs up. Okay, so I'll bring the legs out again. Okay, and there it is. And if I move, no, I'm not moving that. You can actually see it perfectly, can't you? And just as a comparison, there's the Elgato. Okay, so 2 microphones, and I do switch between them. Okay, and the next item I want to show you is here, and I'm going to come here. Okay, next item I want to show you is a microphone. See, it's clever. I put all the microphones together. The microphone I want to show you is this. Okay, I'm not upset about. This is the PowerDeWise, the Pearl microphone. Now, I do a lot of mobile video, and I'm going to show you in 2 minutes. I'm going to show you a mobile video, and you'll be able to listen to this. Okay, so let me just set that up. I want to go down here into there, and if I go down here, I just want to set this up so I don't have to look for it earlier. Oh, I'm here to help you. Thank you for visiting Amazon Live. My main camera today is the Logitech Brio, and my microphone is the Elgato Wave 3, both down in the carousel. That's not what I was looking for. Oh, another one. Unmute to hear my stories and ask questions. Okay, right. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. When I find what I'm looking for, we'll be quids in, as we'd say in the UK. Just give me a second. Right, I've got it. Right, now the Pearl microphone. Just give me a second. I need to get the right piece of software here. Okay, I'm now being lit by the Logitech Lytra lights, going darker here. This is the Pearl microphone. And if you're shooting mobile video, then you could use the inbuilt microphone, and that'd be okay. But if you want good quality, you need an external microphone. You need the Pearl microphone. And the microphone I'm about to show you is hiding in this case. On the back of the case, it says, "Words can change lives, record them perfectly." And it does. The Pearl microphones have 3 uses. I'm going to tell you about all 3 of them, but the main one that I use it for at the moment is mobile video. And this is the Pearl microphone, where you have the microphone's got a little cover over it, and then it's got a crocodile clip, and the crocodile clip simply attaches to your clothing like so. And the other end of it is an audio cable, and the audio cable just goes into your phone. Just a minute. I've got it upside down. The audio cable goes into your phone like that. You can take the knots out. I don't know how cables get knotted, do you? That's it. That's cut out the microphone in your mobile phone, and you're now using the Pearl microphone. The thing about the Pearl microphone, like this one, is that your body acts as an absorber, and it gives a better quality sound than the internal mic. Now, I can tell you about this, but I'd rather you heard it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a video. I'm going to go over here, and the video that I'm going to show you was created using the home gimbal and the microphone. So let me just do this. And there. Right. So this video is created using the home iSteady gimbal and the PowerDeWise microphone. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go, where shall we go today? And, oh, wait a minute. Got a comment coming in. Comment says, "You're cool." Thank you very much. Very kind. Thank you for joining me on Amazon today. And I got 2 comments. Because you put the emoji, it came automatically. And the other one said, "Hi." So hello, and you're cool. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm just looking for a video. And thank you for commenting on Amazon Live. I do really appreciate it. And if I find the video, then I can play it for you. Okay, so where shall we go today? I know. We're going to go here. And I'm going to bring this video full screen. Okay, so I've got the video. We are at Portsmouth Royal Navy Dockyards, home of the British Royal Navy until 1992. And now it is a dockyard and it's a museum. And it's a living museum. And you're going to be here, the Power Device microphone, as I go on a tour with my partner Angelica. I just want to change that a minute. It looks better if I do that. Okay. So this video is created using the microphone I just showed you. I'm going to switch my main microphone off and press play. He said. Is built in Great Britain, and it's steam powered, not sail powered, and we're just going to walk alongside to give you an idea of the size of this. Over there is a tower, 385 feet I think. You can actually go up in a lift to the top, but we're concentrating on the shipping today as we're at the dockyards. Welcome to HMS Warrior, Her Majesty's ship Warrior, or His Majesty's ship as it was when it was commissioned. And this is just an amazing place as I pan around. We're actually, the estuary is over there, and we have all the buildings on the right. As usual, I'm broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and my website, live from Portsmouth in England, as Angelica and I do our tour of Hampshire. Okay, so I'm trying to avoid people. And hello. No, we're not. Okay. I think you're not allowed to photograph on board, hence his question, which is a fair one. Today we're just taking a walk around the dockyards as opposed to touring the facilities. It's wonderful because you can actually get onto the dockyards for free, which is what we've done today, and you can walk around and you can film. And nobody's going to stop me, so I'm going to go as far as here and then turn around and watch Angelica coming towards us, and we'll turn around and head back because we don't know what's going to come next. We've just done this part, so Angelica's going to follow me as I turn around. Hey, come here! Right, okay. So we've not been here before, so whatever we see next is a mystery to us as well as to you. But this is Portsmouth on board the ships. But you can film the exterior, which is what I'm doing, as you know, at the moment. So just a reminder, we're at Portsmouth Naval Dockyards. We're conducting our own walking tour, and we're delighted that you could join us. That is just, you can go on board any of these. But for today, we've just decided that we're going to return to Portsmouth and spend a full day here. So we've only got sort of half a day. There are 11 different attractions, and we can't possibly do them all in one day. But this is just stunning. I'm sure Angelica's somewhere here. As we walk up